Conan reacted like a cat to hammer it home and close the gap to 2. 4-6 now. We spoke about Can changing her tactics. Olga's really put the hammer down, isn't she? She's taken the pace up herself and won the last few points with some really fast play, making it difficult for Can.
Yeah, as Kieran said, then it's very, very fast pace and attacking singles, which normally you associate that sort of thing with level doubles and mixed doubles, but certainly creeping more into the singles events as players such as Kieran become better athletes and stronger and faster. And I suppose that's even more magnified in the shortened scoring format as well.
Conan trying to be a little bit cute there and finding the net, so 7-6 now. Can leads. This time it's Can that's a bit too cute and finds the net. We're nearing the business end here, 7-all. And it's in, so set point to Elizabeth Can.
Seems to be an area that she's trying to hit at the moment, sort of flat into that deep forehand corner.
Conan, on that serve really quickly, when you're playing, is that something that's predetermined in your mind, or do you have to wait for the serve to be taken?
I think Olga was quite quick onto that serve, but also at this stage it is quite nerve-wracking. I think Liz maybe got a little bit tense there.
So Conan defends the set point and then moves Can around the court to finish it off herself. Wins the second set, 9-8. Liz Can doing everything she can at the moment, but Olga Conan just a little bit too strong.
Yeah, I think that was quite an even set there. But I think Liz maybe just got a little bit anxious at the end, tried to win points too quickly. But I think we can see here how the scoring system can really affect the way the game's played. We saw at the start, the rallies were very long with a high quality, and as we started to get to the important points, we weren't really going over 4 or 5 shots there. So we really saw how this new scoring setup can influence the way the match is played.
So moving back to your match, which seems like an absolute lifetime ago now, even though it was only just over an hour. Would you play shots at different stages in rallies because you were aware of the score and the stage that the game was at?
Yeah, definitely, especially as the game got nearer to the end. I think both players were trying to play very quickly and get to the net early, but that can also lead to a lot of errors and a lot of rash decisions.
Here comes the power play. Olga's called for it, so 2 points up for grabs if she can be successful. But that's a great shot from Can to nullify the danger. Real class there from the MK player. And following that, she calls for a timeout. A timeout, another interesting rule change, Kieran. How did you react to that?
It was quite interesting because I wasn't actually expecting it to happen. I think Alex called for it first, but it was definitely good to have some clarity of thought, of hearing someone else what their views on the match was going, how it was going. But I think it's quite a good thing. Helps the players think for themselves during the match. But then at that important point, it's also good to get some feedback.
obviously over the last couple of years, then you receive coaching guidance numerous times during the case of a match. So how well equipped do you think players are, the modern players are these days, about actually thinking for themselves, as you mentioned?
Yeah, as you said, I think it's quite a luxury we all have. Is a lot of players are receiving guidance after every single rally, which can sometimes be a bit overpowering. So I actually I don't know about some of the other players, but I quite actually like just being able to think for myself and then getting the odd bit of advice. Yeah, that's really good from Olga there. Pinning Liz in the back at the corner, really good play.
Conan moving Can around really well there to level things up at 2-all, persisting with that high serve, almost coming down with snow on it.
But what that high serve is doing, sorry Dave, what the high serve is doing is it's Liz Can's attacking it, so the next shot is pretty much going straight back to Olga, who's then able to play to the net and start control of the rally early on.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Can is seemingly in control of these rallies for long periods, playing really good attacking shots, but Olga's defence has been superb, and she showed there she's really controlling all of Can's power at the moment.
It seems like she's almost teasing Liz into bringing that full attack, which she just wants to counter. Seems to be working very well at the moment.
I think the more it happens as well, the bigger the opportunity for Liz to panic and start to try and go for stuff that isn't there, which she did in that last rally.
Now this time Can was able to have a positive attack. It's important that she does keep going in terms of the attacking play, even though a lot of the time Conan is on top of her. But that is a great finish from Conan, showing that she has the power to kill the shuttle too. As I was saying, though, important for Can to continue with the attack if she's to have any chance in this match.
Yeah, attacking play is fine, but I think there just needs to be a little bit more variation in it, and that'll be the thing, the biggest difference that Liz can actually do to gain more of an advantage in the game.
Shuttle a little bit high on the net there, and Can not needing a second invitation. You were mentioning that knee injury. That's some fairly hefty strapping that Olga has to her left knee there, Kieran, but it doesn't really seem to be affecting her movement at the moment.
Yeah, as I said before, I think she was a little bit worried before the match with the hard floor. Up until now she has been seeming to moving quite well, but she seems to be a little bit anxious in her movement at the moment.
7-5 she leads, requiring just 2 points to win the third set of the match and to level this fixture up at 2 apiece overall. It's in, that's another one that's been left at the back of the court. Maybe you can call that one the Merrilees effect as well, Kieran. Match point. Called in at the side, but long at the back. She thought she'd done it there, but Elizabeth Can still in this one, but still match point 6-8. Superbly finished there from Olga Conan. Levels things up at 2-all. She wins 9-6, 9-8, 9-6 over Liz Can. And that was an accomplished performance from the home player there, guys.
Yeah, I think Liz has had a good go at that, and she was in her head she had the attacking game to try and to beat Olga, but as you both guys have said, then Olga's almost just like soaked up that pressure and just like turned the shuttle away and always kept control of the match.
So Kieran, 2-all, you got the team off to a good start. We had some incredible away performances in the doubles, but real composure from Olga to level things at 2 apiece. Is singles play something you've concentrated on with Nottingham?
I think we're strong across the board, to be fair, but I think Olga is possibly the strongest women's singles player in our league, so I think we're really banking on her to try and win most of her singles, if not all the singles.
So just the men's doubles to go, and what a fantastic fixture to end this event here. We've got Christian Roebuck and Rob Blair taking on Peter Mills and Paul van Rijtveld. Well, we've done a pretty awful job of calling them so far, Neil, so I won't ask you for a prediction other than this is going to be an absolute belter.
I'll just pull you up on that a minute though, Dave, because I did predict a 3-2 victory. I won't say for which team, so I think I'm still there. This is going to be a great match. I mean, this is the one that I was particularly looking forward to. The both pairs having an English player and a Scottish player, so it really evenly matched. Some real experience, some current experience, some younger players, some more experienced players. So I think the match could have a bit of everything.
Kieran, you know these players fantastically well all around. This is going to be some fixture.
Yeah, I think this would be a great match. Paul van Rijtveld played with Robert Blair in the Commonwealth Games, so they know each other very well. I think Paul and Peter Mills also one of the strongest pairs in the league. So it'll be interesting to see how the experience of Nottingham go up against the youth of Milton Keynes.
So 2 Anglo-Scottish pairs looking to claim the victory for their team in the final event of the evening. You were saying, Kieran, that the 2 players from Scotland know each other particularly well. How do you think that's going to affect them on the court? But obviously the one-upmanship, you said you've got the bragging rights over Alex Lane, but surely the bragging rights within your pair is an opportunity that's too good to miss.
Yeah, well, I know Paul has looked up to Robert for a long time. Bob's given Paul a lot of advice over the years, so it'll be interesting to see how Paul approaches this game. He's very experienced, he's won a lot of tournaments in Europe, so I'm sure he'll approach it with a good attitude. And as we said, I think Paul and Pete Mills on paper are probably the strongest pair in the league at the moment in men's doubles, and they also experienced playing in a deciding match after the first outing in Milton Keynes where they won the deciding match 3-2.
I think one of the other interesting factors in this match will be how Christian Roebuck does, because obviously he's the guy who's not playing top-level badminton day in, day out. So to come into this arena at this stage of the match is a big ask for Christian.
And after some of the results we've had so far today, particularly in the mixed doubles, we know that quite literally anything can happen here. There is nothing like a certain victory. And with this match so evenly balanced at 2 each, following Kieran's victory over Alex Lane in the men's singles, then 2 doubles victories for Milton Keynes. First of all, Jess Fletcher and Sophie Sankey beating Serena Mida and Carissa Turner of Nottingham. And then in the mixed doubles, Toby Penty and Jess Pugh in arguably the performance of the NBL so far, beating Chris Adcock and Chloe McGee to make it 2-1. Before the event we've just seen, the women's singles, Olga Konan beating Liz Can 9-6, 9-8, 9-6 to set up this mouth-watering climax. So the Albert Hall is poised. The crowd of really played their part. It must be nice, Kieran, to play a home fixture inside such a great arena with a crowd that really want to see some top-level badminton.
Yeah, like, it's a very complex hall, so I think the crowd were really good, played a good part in the game, but it'll be interesting to see who this sort of style of hall, who this favours out of the two doubles players now, because I think Mills and Van Rietvelde, I think they'll come at this with a very fast style, so it'll be interesting to see how the experienced players on the other side will deal with that.
Roebuck and Blair, the home pair for Nottingham in the green tops with gold trim and black shorts. Milton Keynes represented by Peter Mills and Van Rietveld in the, what did we decide on, purple or blue?
Purpley blue.
Purpley blue, in the purpley blue Milton Keynes top with the black sleeves, black shorts and the pink trim. This is the final event of the evening, the men's doubles. The match is 2 apiece. Nottingham facing us will serve first. And the story of the night so far, well, is pumped to the back court. It's left by Mills and it drops in. Nottingham off the mark.
A nice idea from Christian and just to try and play low to the net to try and get the lift up for Robert, but just missed it. I think as Kieran mentioned, it looks like the Milton Keynes guys are going to be coming at this 1,000 miles an hour, so they've just got to be careful that they don't just pile everything out the back of the court.
Don't forget, you can get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you, actually. Do drop us a tweet at NBL_official using the hashtag GameChangers. Let us know what you think about the quality of the badminton on display here. And that one's in. Or just your thoughts, in fact, on the NBL so far. Are you enjoying the rule changes? We certainly are. Absolutely frantic pace here inside the Nottingham Albert Hall. Roebuck and Blair leading 3-2 early in this first set of this evening's climax. Nice play at the net there from Roebuck. He got the rub of the green off the tape, but then when the shuttle was a bit high, he finished in style. You were right, guys, 100 miles an hour to start.
I think all 4 players have got such good defences that, you know, any opportunity at the net to finish the rally needs to be taken, like Christian did then.
Confusion there in the Nottingham camp as to whose shuttle that was.
Yeah, obviously the guys not going to be playing with each other day in, day out, so there's always going to be some slight issues at times for any pair that don't play together every day.
So MK have snuck into the lead here, 5-4 in the first. Mills to serve. Great defence early on in the rally, but just dominance from MK there. Not really a way in for Nottingham that time.
Well, the biggest thing in the doubles events is obviously trying to keep the attack and the shuttle going down. So if you've got a player at the net who's just looking for the shuttle as early as possible, then that's going to play right into your hands.
into the net. So set point here for Milton Keynes. 8-5 they lead. Quite a close call there, but it was called out. So 6-8. Roebuck to serve this time. And well run at the net. The first time really we've seen Nottingham on the front foot in a rally for quite some time.
Yeah, Christian Roebuck looks like he's getting into the game now. He's starting to play a lot better, taking chances at the net that he was holding back on at the start of the game.
And long from Mills. All of a sudden, this is the deciding point.
8. Game point, all.
The mistake, and Nottingham have defended 2 set points there. A sly little fist pump from Kieran Merrilees next to you, Neil. Great job from the home pair to hold their nerve when 8-6 down and eventually come through.
Yeah, that was an incredible comeback there from the two guys. Really showed their experience there at the end when it started to get a little bit close. As Neil said previously, the worry with the MK guys was that they might start hitting some stuff out the back, and that seemed to happen at the end of that set, as they are playing a very fast style.
Yeah, I think the big difference, as you said, Kieran, was the influence that Christian had on the, on the back end of the game. That he almost like calmed things down, and things were a little bit slower and a bit more considered, and that almost like made the Milton Keynes guys play a little bit faster, and that just generated a few errors, and especially around the net.
Well, you wondered how Roebuck would play in this match. You say the one guy not playing top level week in, week out. And it did take him a few points to find his composure in the beginning, but as you said, he's developed into the game. He played a big part in that first set.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he's not playing. You know, the last shot he played there took an incredible amount of racket skill to control that from that part of the court.
This time it's Blair at the net as Nottingham take a 2-0 lead early in the second. Well, Blair there showing he's not scared to take a bodyline tactic. Nicely done by Mills, but early in this set, Blair seems to be quite snappy. He wants to attack the shuttle quickly, and it paid dividends for the first 3 points.
That was unlucky. Christian almost got himself out of trouble there. A couple of really good defensive shots, but just couldn't quite control the third one.
The reaction time for these players is absolute microseconds, isn't it? Especially at the net during these exchanges.
Yeah, I think you generally make your own luck. I think I mentioned this last time, that if you take the shuttle so close to the net, then you deserve and you will get some net chords, which does affect the flight of the shuttle.
The crowd really getting into this one. Roebuck takes his racket between his teeth following that miss hit.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see that one back again. That was a really good chance to win that point now.
Paul Van's serve almost seemed to be coming down after it left the net. That was an incredible serve.
Roebuck there slipping and unable to recover in time, unable to recover in time, should I say. The Milton Keynes player spotting that he was off balance. A little bit of pressure mounting on him now following 3 errors in the last 3 points. All of a sudden MK have snatched the lead here, 5-4.
I think it's maybe a little bit tough to class that last one as an error because it was a really good attacking play from Milton Keynes, but they do seem to be targeting Christian a little bit at the moment.
Well, that is the way to strike back when they're targeting you. Big right-handed smash again at that hip area that you pointed out, Neil. Absolute nightmare to return from there. 5-all. Just what Roebuck needed, Kieran.
Yeah, I think he needed that after the Milton Keynes boys have been peppering in the last few rallies. I don't think he's been playing particularly bad, but I think the Milton Keynes boys have been very fast at the moment, serving really well.
Blair spots the gap at the back of the court.
It's really clear with good doubles players. I mean, Blair played a great shot into the corner there, but by the time the shuttle had landed, he was already at the net. So if one of the guys had got it back, he would have definitely won the rally off the next shot.
Good reflexes from Roebuck there, but unlucky. Shuttle just drifts wide. And teams going point for point at the moment, 6 apiece in the second. Just a bit of an equipment change here in the Milton Keynes camp. 7-6, the Milton Keynes pair lead, but they lost the first. They lost the first 9-8. Evenly poised this one. We've had a couple of matches already where the sets have taken different directions, if you like. What I was about to say was we haven't really seen the power from the Milton Keynes pair, but just as I was about to say it, a fantastic attacking effort from Milton Keynes and finished with a lovely bit of finesse.
Yeah, it was a real mixture of real brute force and then really good control around the net then in that rally.
Yes, Mills showing his full variety of shots to set up the set point. Then the shuttle goes long and we are tied at 1-all. A lot better and a lot more consistent from Milton Keynes there to level things up.
It was almost a little bit less panicked and a bit more considered from Milton Keynes there, that they controlled the rallies and they still played fast, but it was almost a little bit out of control in the first set, which led to a few errors, whereas they were a little bit more reserved and as I say, controlled, and it puts a little bit more pressure on the Derby pair, the Nottingham pair, to actually win the points then.
So Roebuck and Blair took the first 9-8, but lost the second 6-9. So the momentum firmly with the away pair at the moment, particularly Mills seems to have found his range and looked a lot more comfortable towards the end of that second. Here he is serving now at the beginning of the third. Well, no one really sure what had happened there. Nottingham thought it was out, but the umpire calls in. Early 2-0 lead. Mills keen to get on with it. It's like he wants to take this already frantic pace even higher.
Yeah, well, Mills is really playing very well at the moment, so I think he just wants to keep the momentum going, get as much shots in as he can. He
apologises and he gets the luck off the net, but like you say, You make your own luck. It was interesting, straight from that serve, he knew where he'd put it and he was ducking, waiting for the return because he knew it was going to his partner. Well, Mills absolutely at the top of his game at the moment, puts the hammer down. And MK a 4-0 to the good here. What a great start from Mills.
Yeah, momentum's spoken about quite a lot in sport, and certainly the Milton Keynes pair have got that at the moment. You know, Pete Mills is really dictating the pace of the rallies from when the service starts, and he's certainly looking for stuff around the net.
Well, it's all one-way traffic at the moment. 5-0 to Milton Keynes.
I think one of the things that the Milton Keynes guys are doing, they're both great servers and they're using that flick serve really well, so both players from Nottingham can't get on top of the low serve at the moment.
Attempted return through the legs, but Roebuck snatches the point for Nottingham and they are off the mark. Much to their relief, I'm sure, because it was looking pretty ominous for a while. Into the net, 2-6. Important now, if Nottingham are to get anything from this third set, that they really get some, well, momentum. That's the word that's been bandied about a lot in the last few minutes. But the service is out. Robert Blair wasn't sure. He puffs his cheeks at the match official, but it's 7-2. Blair there trying to take a little bit off it. Doesn't get anywhere near the return, and there are 7 set points here for Milton Keynes. And they take it out the first attempt, so 9-2. That shows that in this format there is quite literally the opportunity to blow your opponents out of the water and blast them out of sight if you can just get a bit of momentum early, which Peter Mills did there. He was fantastic in that set.
Yeah, he was certainly in a hot streak from the start through to the middle, and that really made a massive difference and shaped the rest of the game. The Nottingham pair didn't really know what to do with it. They couldn't contain the level of attack and pace that the Milton Keynes pair were putting on the shuttle.
So Kieran, big set coming up for Nottingham.
Yeah, it looks like Milton Keynes are going to be using the power play to start the game off. That's interesting.
And again, we seem to be using the word momentum all of the time at the moment, but this would really keep it going for Milton Keynes. They finished the second strong. They were incredible in the third, and this is a chance to take an early 2-0 lead and really knock the stuffing out of Nottingham in the fourth. But that's well done by Blair. Putting the opposition under pressure and winning the point. Could that be the catalyst that Nottingham need to get back into this match? They trail 2-1 but lead 1-0 in the fourth. Mills is very animated, isn't it? Whether it goes well or whether it doesn't go quite so well. There are a lot of hand gestures, there's a lot of fist pumping, a lot of shouting.
It's a bit of an emotional roller coaster for him, but certainly when he's hot, he's really hot, and he's a hard force to stop.
When you're playing, Kieran, how much does what your opponent is doing in terms of the gesticulations or the noises that they make, how much does that affect your game?
I think it can definitely distract you, but I think as you play more tournaments and you see it quite a lot, I think you just need to deal with it, move on. It's going to happen, but you just try and keep a clear head when you're playing, because if it does get to you, it can really blow over you.
Fast exchange at the net. 3-2 to Roebuck and Blair, just what they need. And going back to that point, Kieran, really important that it doesn't get to you, particularly in this shortened format, because 3 or 4 points and all of a sudden the match is gone. But there goes Mills again at the net. The shuttle a little high from Nottingham. And he finishes it with a smash from the mid-court, 3-all.
A great return from Roebuck there. I think the last set that the Nottingham pair lost, and they were a little bit passive, but they certainly started off this set in a much more aggressive and positive sense, and that is making a big difference so far.
Yeah, it's Blair that's grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck at the moment, trying to haul his team back into this. They lead 5-3. But you can't tee them up like that for Mills. All too easy for him there, no returning that. Big right hand from the MK man, 4-5. Well, a couple of freebies for MK with the last 2 points.
Well, that was a phenomenal backhand drive from Pete Mills cross court. It looked for all the world he was just going to push that straight, and he's found a brilliant angle and then just followed up with an easy kill.
Into the net from Roebuck. Interesting the way the game has gone. Both teams have neutralised each other in terms of the jump smash. We've not seen as many as I might have expected.
I think, as Kieran said earlier, then possibly the environment is creating much flatter lifts, which give people a lot less time to get in position. The shuttle is flying much flatter and lower over the net as a matter of course in all events that we've seen tonight.
So 6-all in this all-important 4th set. Six, 7, so just 2 points required now for Mills and Van Rietveld to secure a victory in the men's doubles event and MK Badminton's first win in the National Badminton League. Another one left at the back court that's in, this time at the other end. Interesting to see the statistics at the end of this, to see quite how many have been left at the back of the court that have dropped in, but 7-all. Roebuck and Blair still in this one, just. And that's a great serve put into the net from Mills, and all of a sudden it's set point to level it up. But into the net from Roebuck, so it's 8-all. Match point to Milton Keynes, set point to Nottingham. Into the net from Roebuck. And that is the 4th set and the match to Mills and Van Rietveld. They win 8-9, 9-6, 9-2, 9-8. Milton Keynes Badminton get their first win in the NBL against UON Badminton, 3-2. A disappointing night overall for Nottingham, Kieran Merrilees, but a fantastic occasion inside the Albert Hall and a really positive start in terms of the league here in Nottingham.
No, it's been a great spectacle tonight. I'm sure all the supporters here really enjoyed it. But I think what we've seen is how Milton Keynes have bounced back really well. They lost their first match, they've came here and they've played great in all their games. So I think it's on the Nottingham team. We can take a lot from what Milton Keynes have shown tonight. Hopefully we can bring that for our next match.
Well, Kieran Merrilees, thank you very, very much for joining us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your insight. Also, congratulations on your personal victory, but commiserations on the 3-2 defeat overall. We're very much looking forward to seeing how you get on personally and as a team moving forward. Neil, another incredible night of NBL action.
Yeah, I think that last men's doubles sort of summed it up really. I think the Milton Keynes team had just had the edge on the night. Some really good resistance from Team Nottingham, but they just didn't quite have the look and the sort of levels of performance that we possibly hoped for from some players weren't quite at the level that we thought.
So a recap of what's happened this evening. Nottingham got off to a great start when Kieran Merrilees beat Alex Lane in 4. Then it was over to the women's doubles where MK got their first win of the evening to make it 1-1. They then went one better when Toby Penty and Jess Pugh pulled off an incredible 4-set victory over the home pair of Chris Adcock and Chloe McGee. It was then over to the women's singles where Olga Conan beat Liz Can in 3. She looked really comfortable in doing so too, and we've just had an explosive men's doubles when the match was evenly poised at 2-2, where Peter Mills and Paul van Rietveld have beaten Christian Roebuck and Rob Blair. For Milton Keynes Badminton to have a safe journey back down the M1 with a victory tucked in their pocket following that opening day defeat against the Surrey Smashers. The next match night is on the 1st of December. Tickets are available. Make sure you get along to one of those because you can see for yourself by watching their incredible event. On the 1st of December, Birmingham Lions host this University of Nottingham team who are looking for their first victory still following defeat this evening. And the Surrey Smashers will host Loughborough Sport, so make sure you get involved on the 1st of December. Hashtag GameChangers is the one to use on Twitter. Do tweet us at NBL Official. From myself, Dave Rogers, from Neil Cottrell and from Kieran Merrilees, who joined us in the commentary box. Thank you very, very much. We look forward to speaking to you next time.